You know, what quietly destroys people? It's not failure, but the constant feeling like you're running late to your own life. It's looking around and feeling like everyone else learned how to live life correctly except you. And after enough scrolling, enough comparing, enough overthinking, you start treating your life like it's a missed opportunity. Maybe you felt that too. Maybe lately you've been hard on yourself because your life doesn't look the way you imagined it would by now. You thought you'd be happier, more certain, more healed, more successful, but instead you're tired. Not the kind of tired sleep fixes. The kind where your mind never fully rests, and after a while you start seeing your life like a clock. Every birthday feels like proof you're running out of time. Every successful person your age feels like a reminder. Every delay starts feeling personal. But can I tell you something? Most people realize way too late. A lot of people are not ahead of you. They're just louder about where they are. Some people know how to display their lives beautifully, even while falling apart behind the scenes. And meanwhile, you're comparing your unfiltered life with everyone else's highlights. That's why comparison has become so dangerous, because you're looking at people's visible progress while judging yourself for invisible battles. But listen to me carefully. Just because someone else reached a chapter you haven't reached yet doesn't mean your story is failing. Some people are building careers. Some people are rebuilding themselves. Some people had the freedom to dream early in life. Others spent years just trying to feel emotionally safe. That changes a person. You cannot compare the growth of two people who had to survive different things. And honestly, a lot of people who seem ahead are still deeply lost themselves. They just learned how to package their lives better. The internet made struggling feel embarrassing, like if your life isn't constantly improving, you're doing something wrong. And I think more people need to hear this. Your life does not become meaningless just because it's moving slower than you expected. A slow life is not a failed life. Hear that again. A slow life is not a failed life. Maybe your journey needed more healing. Maybe your heart needed more time. Maybe life is building depth inside you before it builds results around you. Because some people gain success quickly, but lose themselves trying to keep it. And maybe right now, you're learning how to become someone who doesn't abandon themselves anymore. That matters. It matters more than people think. I know social media makes it feel like you should constantly be achieving something. More money, more progress, more status, more proof that your life is working. But some of the most important moments in life look unimpressive from the outside. Finally, sleeping peacefully after months of anxiety, learning not to hate yourself, smiling genuinely again, feeling hope return slowly. That is a real kind of success too. And maybe nobody applauds those things publicly, but they still matter deeply. So please, stop speaking to yourself like you're running out of worth. You are not a deadline. Your life is not a race against people who had different wounds than you. And people are not meant to bloom all at once. Some flowers bloom after the harshest winters. That doesn't make them late. It makes them resilient enough to survive the cold. So if your life feels uncertain right now, if your progress feels invisible, If you feel like everybody else is moving faster than you, breathe. You are not failing at life. You are experiencing it as a human being. And one day, I genuinely think you'll look back at this version of yourself with more compassion than criticism, because you'll realize something important. The seasons that made you feel lost were actually the seasons that taught you how to find yourself. So please, be gentler with yourself until then. You are late to nobody's life.